Hey fam, hey, welcome back to my channel. So I was just, sitting around on the internet and decided to look up some Sister Wives content and found an article that may have made McKeltie's explanation of why Gwen did not attend Christine's funeral a bit more on the T side than it really should have been. Now, we, of course, are so happy that Christine has found what we hope is the love of her life, David Woolley. They are now married. She had a wedding that was witnessed by 300 people, but there was one person missing, and that was her daughter, Gwen. A lot of people have speculated on why she did not attend the funeral. Of course, the easiest thing to think was that there was bad blood between Gwen and Christine, and so she said, ain't coming. Some people also speculated that because her brother, who she does not have a great relationship with, would be in attendance, she said, ain't coming, ain't trying to deal with that. But we see in an article that was published that it was possible that Gwen just had so much to do that she did not attend the wedding. Now, I'm going to say this. If my mother, God rest her soul, were to ever get married, I don't care what I have to do. I'm going to move heaven and earth to be there. But that is me. This is not my family. Let's go ahead and jump into it. It says Sister Wives star Gwendolyn Brown may have missed out on her mother Christine Brown's wedding to David Woolley, but she says there's no bad blood between herself and her family, even after her sister McKeltie Padron insinuated otherwise. Y'all, this family just gets better and better with their stuff. We just gonna call it stuff. Christine, who left Cody Brown, has been quick to set out to look for a new life. When she found David, she knew that he was the one, he was the right person for her. If we go down just a little bit, it says, in recent Q&As on her Patreon, Sister Wives Season 18's Gwendlyn cleared the air about why she missed her mom and David's big day. According to In Touch magazine, Gwendolyn's reasoning was simple. I was busy. Lots going on with school and my house, Gwendlyn explained. She said that she was dealing with a lot of extra work in her chemistry class this semester, and she told her mom that, and her mom really didn't mind. She said she took me off the guest list as soon as I told her. We all know that Gwendolyn is pretty outspoken, so if there was any bad blood between anyone in the family or her and made her miss the wedding, she probably would have said it. Although I'm sure she was not really upset to miss her brother, who she does not get along with. Of course, we said earlier that McKeltie insinuated that it was not just chemistry in her house, that it was something more sinister. McKeltie had shared in a Patreon Q&A of her own that Gwendolyn didn't tell me why she wasn't there, but it is sad. She and her husband, Tony Padron, revealed that they felt Christine was definitely sad about Gwendolyn's absence from the event. Well, of course she would be. That's her daughter. You want everyone who loves you to be there to celebrate your big day. Doesn't mean there's bad blood. Everything is not negative, okay? While McKeltie shared one version of events, Gwendolyn cleared the air over the entire event. Days later, Gwendolyn shared that her mother was spoiling her with treats, according to Entertainment Tonight. She shared that Christine had sent her some pizza cookies from a local restaurant, making it clear that there is no bad blood between mother and daughter. Look at this beautiful picture of Christine. Look at her, happy, shiny, not shiny, happy people like the Duggar documentary. She is shiny, happy, and in love. Let's just look at a couple pictures. Oh, look at her smiling. There's her and David Woolley. Love it. Now, I will say that there were some pictures that I saw just a couple of days ago. They visited here, the happiest place on earth, Walt Disney World, wearing shirts that said, I am his, I am hers, and I think it's beautiful. Love is love is love. She wrote on the bottom of her Instagram, loving life. I got to marry my soulmate, and it was a beautiful day. I'm just so overwhelmed with gratitude. Love you, my king. You know Cody is big mad. Now we see that it says, though Gwendolyn wasn't in attendance, she wasn't the only member of the Sister Wives cast who missed out. While Janelle Brown was invited and seemed to be a part of the wedding ceremony, Christine's ex-husband Cody was not in attendance, nor were her ex-sister wives Robin Brown and Mary Brown. It is understandable that Christine and David wouldn't feel comfortable inviting her ex-husband or Robin to the wedding. But it's interesting that Mary seemingly wasn't invited, considering she's no longer with Cody or a part of the larger Brown family. I don't think that it's odd at all that Mary was not invited. Yes, they did at some points in their marriage with Cody have some awesome moments, but let's not forget that there were times when Christine did pull Mary aside to say, there would be events I would not invite you to. At the time that she said this, she was referring to the birth of Maddie's child. She didn't know sometimes what to do with Mary and how to unpack how Mary was feeling. So she probably would not have invited her to that had it been her choice. And so I can see why she might not, at this phase in her life, want to include Mary also. I think it's just a matter of who she has relationships with. I mean, she told us on the porch last season she did not have relationships with anyone but Janelle, and that's who was in attendance at her wedding. And I totally agree. When I got married, I only wanted people there who I felt really close to and weren't just there to be looky-loos or to make it about them. So I totally understand. The large event included all of Christine's children, aside from Gwendlyn, as well as Janelle and many of her children. So notice it says many of her children, which means maybe not everybody from even Janelle's side of the family or Janelle's children came to the wedding. Guys, people have lives, and although I would move heaven and earth to get to most weddings in my family, there are some weddings that I just probably would not make it to for time's sake, closeness, all of those things. Family does not mean perfection. I know we all know that. Just saying it again. While Christine surely would have liked Gwendlyn at her wedding, she was well aware that her daughter wouldn't be attending the nuptials beforehand. While Mykelti commented on the ceremony during her Patreon Q&A, her information seems to be off. I'm going to have a true confession moment, and I'm going to say that anytime I have watched any of what Mykelti had to say about the season or about her family, it feels a bit skewed. The reason I think it's skewed is because we have talked sometime at length about how her older siblings never treated Mykelti well. Mykelti found solace in Robin and her children and her family, even becoming the nanny for a while. So I think that some of her views about things might be important and wonderful to her and may be meaningful to her, but I think sometimes do get skewed because she has maybe an off relationship slightly with some of her siblings. Christine has long been a vocal advocate for her children, especially Gwendlyn, after her very personal public journey sharing her sexuality and relationship online. Gwendlyn married her wife, Beatrice Querez, I hope I'm saying that correctly, I may not be, earlier this year, and has been sharing more about her life outside of SisterWives on her YouTube channel and Patreon, helping to keep the record straight regarding her family. If you notice, Gwen has not been on YouTube a whole lot, but she has been on her Patreon and just recently did an Ask Me Anything section of Patreon. I am not subscribed to anyone's Patreon. I do not have the time or the money right now for that. I have money for other things to further my career, to further my ambitions and aspirations. So eventually someone's going to report on what she's talking about. I'm not going to pay for it. If you want to pay for it, though, please go right ahead. All right, y'all, that's all I got. I'm going to end by saying, go ahead, Gwen. You go ahead and straighten out your own stuff. Don't let nobody else tell your story. I heard that. Everybody can't make it everywhere. All right, y'all. Remember, if there's anything you want to do, go ahead and do it. Life is short, and there's enough room for everybody. Have fun. Go crazy. I will see you Sunday. We're going to be watching together. SisterWives Season 18. This one's going to be fire. Episode 10 is going to be fire. I think we're going to get the fireworks, the boom and the pow that we've been waiting for, although you never know. So let's just hope we're going to get the boom and the pow. All right, y'all. Have a great day. Have a blessed day. Go out, be kind, pay it forward. Peace, love, and hell grease. We out.